Joining us now is one of my favourite fighters on the planet. He's only had 6 fights, but already in that time I've realised that he's going to take over the light heavyweight scene. He always puts on a show. The wonderful Ben Whittaker joins us. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Thank you very much, and great introduction. Thank you very much.
Only because you're such a great fighter to watch. We're big fans of yours, and we'll talk about your showboating in just a moment. But before that, more important matters, right? Ben Shalom was alongside us about 20 minutes ago.
I forgot about this.
And I said, we're excited about Ben Whittaker coming on. And he went, yeah. He's changed a bit as Ben Whittaker. And I went, he can't have changed. He only had 6 fights. No, he's changed. Asked us to switch hotel rooms for him.
That's for the old man,
what?
You know what I mean? There's more food options for the old man.
Right. What's that about?
I just want my dad to be happy, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? I've
Blame
got
the
a diet,
parents.
but he ain't got a diet, so it's only right to look after him.
Fine, okay. You should be in the best room, right?
Thank you very much.
A big night of boxing, a lot of steak for you.
Yeah.
So you should. If you're not in a suite, if you're not in the biggest suite, just let me know.
I'll sort it out.
I'll let Bentley know, and then he can sort it out.
You two security guards.
Yeah. One. I'll be his manager, all right? Listen, thank you for joining us. As I say, we're big fans of yours. How are you feeling at the moment? We saw you just sort of, I say working out, it's just you punching pads in front of everyone, but how are you feeling at the moment?
All good, if I'm honest. Just another walk in the park, another fight, another opportunity to get myself out there, and just another fight for the legacy. So just another day in the office.
Are you chomping at the bit to start progressing? Because I know obviously they like to slow you down, 1 fight, 2 fights, but you get a little bit anxious because you're thinking, right, I'm ready to go to that next level.
Yeah, of course, but that's the thing with boxing. If you do jump too early, there's no coming down. And I'm still 26. Some of these guys in the division, they're 35 onwards. So for me, it's keep building the platform, keep getting up and down the country, keep building the fan base, and then when I get there and I've had all that experience, it's going to be scary.
Yeah. Your last fight is February, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you put on a great show, showboating a lot. People haven't seen you fight. And the best way to compare you will be to Prince Nassim Hamed, right? Yeah. Lots of fun, lots of right arms in the air, punch with the left and so on. I don't know the technical name for that.
It's like Cartoon Network boxing.
There was a couple of moments, and I love that, by the way. Please don't ever change. But there was a moment in the fight, I think you threw a punch and then you spun round. Yeah. Or you did something, and the referee got involved, told you not to do it. Legally, can he tell you not to do that? So I was watching that thinking, it's none of you're there to ref the fight, that's it.
Exactly. And credit to the referee, tried to do his job the best he can. And
there's a big butt coming up.
Yeah, there's a big butt, but at the end of the day, it was down to myself. But I did have a bit of chewing gum on the bottom of my foot, and I was trying to get it off. You know what I mean? So that was the story behind it.
But all jokes aside, can he tell you to do that?
I'm not too sure. I've never had anything
sport,
like
right?
Yeah, it's entertainment, and especially professional game. The kind love that, Sky loved that, the fans loved that, and you heard every time he stopped it, the fans was booing, so it's one of those things. He must have just not liked that style of boxing and wanted to be the face to stop it.
When you're doing that, and it is good to watch, as Andy was saying there, when you look at your opponent after you're doing it, can you see him getting more and more wound up with you doing it?
Yeah, bless him, man. That one, you know what?
That is so patronising.
Yeah, sorry, but bless
his
him.
cotton socks.
There was one where I had to give him a little knock on the head just to keep yourself there. Do you know what I mean? And his coach actually got up and said, no. And I thought, I've got him now. He's just gone over the edge. He's angry now.
Do you? This is going to sound. Do you practice the showboating in the gym?
Yes and no, because you don't want to. It's one of those. I'm not disrespectful, but when you do it when there's no fans there, no cameras there, the sparring partner's probably thinking, "What is this kid doing?" But it's my style. I can't really help it. I've been doing it since a young boy, and if I'm honest, I'm a wind-up merchant. I just love it. I just love seeing people get angry.
But listen, it's all about. Listen, I'm talking about you as one of my favourite fighters, right? Yeah. And I don't say that with every fighter I meet. I'm saying it for a reason. And you've only had 6 fights, so it obviously works, right? You've been in with us at talkSPORT. You're in with White and Jordan as well. You're back on now. There's a lot of people here taking pictures of you. No, but I'm serious. After 6 fights, everyone knows about you.
Exactly.
So it's
yeah, it's exciting, and that's what it's about. It's about just building my profile. I'm a very realistic person. I know my skill set. I know where I can be. Is at the top of the sport, but it's all about baby steps. I've not done anything yet. People's won world titles faster than me. So for me, it's when I get there, really prove why I'm your favourite fighter.
Mm-hmm. you know when you look at, have you had the same coach from when you was a young kid, or have you had different coaches where they've tried to go, do you know what? You can't do that. Or have you had coaches that said, do you know what, go and express yourself? Yeah,
so there was 2 things. I've always had my dad and my coach, Joby Clayton. They've just loved my style and said, express yourself. But when I got into the Great Britain team, there's like a big process where they put yes, they put no. Is he doing this right? Is he doing that right? And I put my hands down, did a little alley shuffle, hit the kid with a jab. I thought, oh, that was good. I looked to the right and the coach went, shook his head and put like an X. I said, oh my days. So I called my dad. I said, I don't think they like what I'm doing. My dad said, mate, you've got there for a reason. They've called you up for a reason. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the next thing you know, just kept winning goals. And they said, you know what, mate, do what you do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, just be yourself. Never change unless you're not doing the right thing.
Well, what I was going to say was, it's very rare, and we can count probably on one hand the amount of boxers that go through their career without any problems and remain undefeated, right? Yeah. There will, I hope it doesn't happen, there will be a moment between now and the end of your career where you do get caught with a punch, right? And then the fight becomes a lot more difficult, and I'm guessing your game plan will be just get through the fight and win it. But do you think when that moment comes, let's just say in the 8th round against a world title opponent, you get caught and your head's spinning a bit, do you think from that moment on you will completely and utterly change for the rest of that fight to get the job done? Or do you still think your call on those little moments within the remaining 4 rounds to get you through it?
Yeah, you can never say to you in that moment, but what I do like is I'm realistic. There's always an opportunity. It only takes one. So when I am in the gym, I'm doing little drills like making myself dizzy, spinning on the spot, just so I know what it's like, get my bearings, control the shadow boxing, little silly things like that. But if I ever do get clipped, I've kind of been practicing, been prepping myself, because if you always go through the fights, I'll never get pushed, and you do, your world starts crumbling down then. So it's always just always trying to tip the box, and that's what I do.
I've always wondered, you said it there, and I get it, because I'm almost similar to you, the role of your father in all this, because when I was coming up, obviously my mum and dad were still there, but my dad was there from the get-go all the way to the very end. What role has your dad played for you? Oh, major. Like I said, I wouldn't be in the sport if it wasn't for him. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was a young kid and bouncing around, didn't really know what to channel my energy in. And my dad said, I know what the best thing for you is. We're going to take you down to the gym, hopefully get yourself beat up and get some discipline. But I came back with I said, oh, you're doing well. I said, oh, I'm doing well. Well, next week I'm fighting. He said, you didn't tell me or your mum. I said, well, I wanted to impress you. He came down, watched the fight on the Saturday. He said, you know what, we're taking this serious. Next day, woke me up at 6 in the morning, and we've never looked back. So it's kind of our journey together, and it's to do it with someone who loves you, has the best, wants the best for you. There's nothing better, really. 6 fights so far, 7th this Sunday night. How many to become champion in the world? Oh, that's a very good question. We'd like to do it in single digits, but like I said, the way Sky keep pushing me out, bloody hell, we'll be all over the gap. What do you mean they keep pushing? What do you mean? They just want me out all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Fighting,
I like
you
that.
mean?
Yeah, I like that. It's activity.
How many fights a year do you want then? What's good for you? 4? Is that 5?
I wanted 6 if I'm honest, but I wanted May after this, and then hopefully April or June. Yeah. And I think when you're in that, for me, you have to think when you get to the AJ level, they do start to slow down because there's more money on the line, there's more legacy, there's more titles. Where me right now, it's all about keep learning under the lights. And I think the better that you do that is the pressure, the fans, the different locations, different venues. So the more they get me out, the better for me.
You mentioned under the lights. You're fighting over 10,000 people will be there at the O2 on Sunday night, including talkSPORT, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
Live on talkSPORT. Your biggest fight, you and I were just chatting before you came on, your biggest fight to date is in front of around about 8,000. Yeah. Have you've been to the O2 as a fan of anything? You've seen comedy there or music? Have you been there before?
Yeah, I've been there for 2 fights, and I've been there for a couple music concerts. So big arena, big venue, big moment for me, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. The more fans, the better for me.
Of course, yeah.
We expect you obviously to get past this fight for sure, but when you start looking at the top end of your division, now there are some big hitters at the top end of that division. Is that where you see yourself mixing with? I know Baturbeyev's obviously getting on. You've got Dimitri Bivol's there as well. Is that where you want to be mixing it come obviously a couple of years time, maybe whenever you feel you're ready?
Yeah, exactly. Truthfully, skill-wise, I'm there now, but it's all about experience. And if you talked about the light heavyweight division back in the day, who really was there? There was Andre Ward, and he just was completely different class to everybody. What I really like now, even domestically, there's some great fights to be made. And when my career is done, I want to say, I fought him. And I think that's the best way to have your career. So to be in a division that's really booming, especially domestically, you can't complain. So I'm excited.
Can I ask, we were seeing you warming up before hitting the pads, right? Is it you that makes a noise? What noise do you make, and why do you make it? And when you're punching someone for real, do you still make the same noise?
There's all different noises. I give them a little that's when I'm digging them in. That's when you want to be speedy. And then sometimes you just give them nothing. Because when you give them nothing, they don't know when it's coming. Something like that.
Before I let you go, 2 questions. If Benty and I had a pull-up challenge, right? Close grip, because we had this conversation on what happens is, everyone becomes alpha male when they come to a gym. I could do that. I could beat you up.
Oh, one of them ones.
And then we're talking about that, right? Pull-ups. How many could Benty do? chin over the bar. How many can I do?
Proper
straight
ones.
Straight arms as well.
By the way, he
one.
can't do wide grip.
No, yeah, I can't do it. Do you know what? Don't want to.
I like that.
Don't worry. No point. How many is he getting? How many am I getting?
All right.
Where's your money?
Know what?
Sorry, did you just talk about traders?
No, it's the whole appearance. I'm sorry, but it's the whole appearance.
You think they'll be dragging on the floor?
No, what? Because I'm your favourite. We'll go with you. We'll go with you. But Ben,
did I mention that you're my favourite?
No.
Ben.
How many going for? How many going for?
Oh, I'd say.
My record is 35.
No,
swear.
Yeah, but
I was going to be humble and say 17.
17.
I can do that.
All right, lovely.
And what about your favourite presenter on national radio?
32. I got you.
Double,
I got you. Double.
There you go. I can't wait to see you fight.
Thank you very much.
We're big fans, not just me, but the rest of the talkSPORT boys over there and back home as well. Good luck. I don't think you'll need it, but good luck for Sunday night. I will get into my seat early to make sure I watch your fight.
Like I said, we've done a little undercover handshake.
Are we going to do that?
Yeah, I'm going to try and look for you. I'm going to try and look for you in the crowd somewhere.
Well, I'm 2 rows from the front, so you'll find me.
I'll find you then.
Shall I shout a nickname so you know it's something like Witsy? What's your nickname?
Give me the cue. Just say Sergeant. Sergeant.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then I'll give you a look.
And you'll look round.
Okay.
Although near Essex.
If anything bad happens, though, then it's his fault.
There you go. See, there you go.
Round Essex, it's not wise to shout Sergeant. Trust me. Thank you so much for coming on. I can't wait for Sunday. And I can't wait to be alongside the ring for more of your fights in the future.
Great. Thank you very much.
Superb.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.